Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here and welcome back to another crypto video. Now before you decide to dislike this video, make sure you understand that this is not my own price prediction. In this video, I'm gonna be going over a couple of other videos and articles which are talking about ridiculous / crazy / very high XRP prices. This is not my own prediction. Please don't comment down below, hey, you should stop smoking, you should stop drinking, things like that, because I'm just showing you guys this for informational purposes, educational purposes, whatever you want to see right there, whatever. So, now that I've said that, this video is going to be definitely a little bit of an interesting one, as I have now tried to compile quite a lot of different videos and sources online which are talking about crazy high XRP prices. And personally, I don't ever view them. I always skip out whenever I see a $1,000, $100, $8,000 per XRP price, because I'm like, yeah, I could just write that as well. Whenever they're writing these ridiculously high numbers, I'm like, there's no back into it, so why would you watch it? But I noticed that some of these ridiculously high prices still get a lot of good feedback and still get people who really enjoy them. So I thought it would be quite important to showcase the people who don't watch these videos either, or who only watch the select few, the general opinion that people have within the community, because I think that is always an important thing to do. So without further ado, let's get into the first thing, which is from XRP Venture. He said XRP could be $8,262 each. I watched the whole video, didn't really understand where he got the number from or exactly how it worked out, but below here it said XRP could reach $8,262 if it were tied to the price of gold, and I think that's, actually no, that's exactly where he got it from then. Now the video itself is actually quite contrary to what you would think. It's not a shill of buying XRP or XRP is so great. It's actually sort of a talk about looking at things realistically, or kind of conspiracy-ish. That's up to you to decide whether it's a conspiracy or not. But here he's talking about, for example, it's January 30th, the night you guys should look at the Act of 1871. That's the first thing that he starts to say. And then further on, he's also saying something about 1961. And I watched this, but I didn't understand half of it, which is why I will not be trying to explain exactly what he's saying. But the company who is above you is a for-profit company, so better look at your birth certificate and check a couple of things out. That company is going to go bankrupt, and there's the Brexit coming up on the 14th of February, which is also the date that Bearable Guy 123 has pointed out is an important or a heart date. And because here this U.S. corporation is going bankrupt, blah, blah, blah. Again, understand half of it. There's a little bit of these words which I've seen in a couple of other videos, but basically the price itself does not come from within the video, which is contrary to what I would have thought. And again, it's a little bit high for me, but it's pretty cool that he had a pretty interesting video in the background now. I mean, it's worth a watch, I would say. The second thing actually comes from Lambo, which of course is quite known within the community here. I think XRP Venture is also pretty well known, but Lambo I've watched a couple of times before as well. So he talks here a long time ago already, keep in mind, about XRP to $220 by September 2020. And now this is the sort of video that I could have made myself as well, talking about some other person, in this case Magic Poop Cannon, predicting a crazy price. And now the fun part is I know Magic Poop Cannon from all the things or all the times I've watched him, and he always has some crazy prices and really hopeful scenarios. In this case here, a XRP target at $220, following his analysis, following his charting here, does not even look that crazy. It doesn't even look that bad, doesn't look that strange. So from that perspective, I would give it some credit. On the contrary though, September 2020, $220, it's very early. It's very early for such big rises, but in theory, in the bigger theory there, it is still possible, right? And there's a full story behind it. It's all being explained really quite well. But the general idea is that $220 is what it's going to hit by the September of 2020. So that's something pretty cool to look out for, I would say, because that's a frick ton of money to be made. All right, here is a video by Rob Art, and I actually noticed now, after looking at, XRP price prediction, XRP price, XRP 2020, I tried to look up all those keywords, and the person that had the most price predictions out there on YouTube, not saying it's his own price predictions, but out there on YouTube, was most likely Rob Art. I just saw him almost everywhere whenever I looked at the price, which is kind of funny to me. But in this case here, Ripple XRP $145 in 2020 if prediction is right. And he's talking here about a prediction once more. There's just a little bit of a prediction in here where somebody says, XRP has been in somewhat consistent descent for a long time. The descent did not break for a long time. Even last year, blah, 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 it rallied. It's going down, 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 down. But now it seems to be breaking and readying itself for a crazy pump. And then below there, you can see XRP could hit $145 in 2020. We just scroll through a little bit. You can see right here, there's no real big use behind the prediction. I don't think 145 comes out anywhere. It's just posted online in an article, and that's basically that. There's literally no reason why they picked $145, but they do conclude with it quite funnily. This is why some analysts who are so bullish even jumping to $145 prediction for XRP in 2020. The sentence is a little bit wrong, and I personally think this article is just meant for the sake of clickbaiting people and getting money, because there's no real good contents in here whatsoever. Really, really quite useless to me. And that's again why I skip most of them. That's why I don't like it. This $145 is picked out of thin freaking air. There's no way you can convince me that there's logic behind that. Please, all right? Please, it's just randomly picked. It's miscellaneous. It's just, you could have picked 154, 197. Would have been exactly the same message. But all right. Next one comes from Kevin Uncaged, which I also just took a little bit of a look at. This is a completely different sort of video, I would say. But I'm going to tell you to look out for yourself. I don't want to get too much into it as it's pretty controversial. But the title, I'm just going to say that the title left me quite intrigued to press it, and it's conspiracy, but he does the same thing that I told you guys. This is not at all my opinion. I have no political opinion nor affiliation, simply sharing with you one of the most bullish predictions and conspiracies ever heard of in the XRP community, and I don't want to talk about the conspiracy here. But if you want to, you can check it out on your own. Please do so. And then we have Rob Art once more, which I just told you guys is out there quite often. And I think what I did was just put on the subtitles and just scroll through it to see exactly what prices they were talking about. But here, the whole video, they're talking about this $120 thing. For example, here on the Reddit, you can see it all depends on how big you want to dream. What if Ripple captures Bitcoin's current market share, $2? What if Ripple captures the value of all high friction international payments that are now occurring, $20? You could add a multiplier to this for additional demand for people holding XRP to make or facilitate the payment in the future. What if Ripple captures the value of an increasing volume of international payments driven by the reduction in friction, maybe $120? Same point as above, you could justify a multiplier to this. What if the company triples in size? The volume of international payments increases, Ripple captures all of that, and people also use Ripple for all kinds of other things because it either displaces Bitcoin or equals in size a Bitcoin that's many times its current size. Also, we also expand the economy to other planets that also use XRP. And as for how likely these scenarios are, though, who can say? Ripple equaling Bitcoin's current market cap sometime in the future doesn't seem any more outrageous to me now than the idea of Bitcoin selling for over $1,000 seemed to me in 2012. Pretty good cutoff there, pretty good conclusion that to some people in 2012, Bitcoin selling for over $1,000 seems like something ridiculous. On the contrary, a lot of people believed it would happen. So him saying right now that Ripple, or I guess XRP, could equal Bitcoin's current market cap, and this is 2 years ago, but I don't know exactly what date. So it could have been a long time before the bull run, could have been just around the bull run. We don't really know. I mean, if it's almost 3 years, 2 years, and 300 days, for example, there's a little bit of a difference right there, right? There's a little bit of a difference right there. I think it's a lot before that, though, because it says right here, what if Ripple captures Bitcoin's current market share, $2? But yeah, it's hard to know. Right, so the $120 here is not that crazy. There's a couple of other points I think they make within here. If we scroll a little bit further, I've watched so many videos just now within the last hour, guys. I'm completely bamboozled with how many different price predictions there are. Maybe this is not the one which I wanted to showcase to you guys. Wait, no, it's the previous one. It's with $800 something, the one that I need to show you. All right, so this also what some people say is happening all the time with cryptocurrency, and also what's going to be happening right now. And some people are saying that this was exactly what happened in 2017. But let's see, where was the $800 prediction? There was another $800 prediction that I had. Might have closed it just now by accident. It was from Rob Art as well. We could just quickly press the channel. I think he had a $800 prediction. Oh, 920, I think it was. I think it was this one right here. So if we scroll through this a little bit, I don't know how I closed it. I was like, how did you get to $920? Well, if you scroll through a little bit, right, he's saying that in the next 15 years, $80 trillion will be what the market cap of crypto is going to be, right? I mean, that's not that crazy. But now, if you convert to exactly where XRP is in this case as well, it will probably be about 333 times as great as it is right now. I mean, that's a little bit of a different price because it's like 2 weeks ago, but you get the idea. XRP was 23 cents at this point. But then, that means if we took the current price of XRP and multiply that by 333, it will come up with an estimate of about $76.59 per exactly impressive or per exactly, which is not that crazy. But then added to that, we're also kind of expecting / predicting 99% of the cryptos to probably go to zero. And then in the end, you're getting yourself, of course, a way higher value. And you can probably count that for yourself, just that a new number will come if you deduct a lot of these cryptos. Because now out of all those coins, a lot less coins will be left. And in that case, the market cap in terms of percentages will be higher for XRP, yada, yada, yada. So the price per XRP can, of course, go up quite significantly then as well. So yeah, having said that, the next article that we got is, could Ripple XRP reach $100? This, I think, is the most known / most asked question surrounding XRP. I don't know if there's a Google search type of thing for that, but I think surrounding XRP, there's two questions that are ridiculously overasked. One would probably be, could XRP reach $100? Just because I've seen that at least 1,000 times before, maybe 10,000 times. And the other question is XRP centralized or something? Or does Ripple own XRP? I've seen that question at least 1,000 times as well. So I think those questions are really within a FAQ, frequently asked questions section that anybody should make. And to both questions, Ripple owns a lot of XRP, but XRP is not exclusively Ripple's thing. And could XRP reach $100? Well, definitely yes, but the chances of hitting it very soon are quite slim. There's still no cap to it, and it could happen tomorrow, for example. Who knows? I don't, and you probably don't know either. So please don't tell me in the comment section that you know exactly what's happening to the XRP price. Another article I found was, this is how XRP could surge by 2,000% and hit $700 in 2019. Well, we are in 2020 right now, and I don't think this article is very wrong because they said could instead of will. But still, these are just so wishful thinking. These are really the core of wishful thinking that, it kind of makes it useless because there's no purpose in talking about this stuff if there's no likelihood for it to happen. The Independent Republic suggests that one day XRP may surge by 2,000% and reach $692.30 per coin. However, this kind of crazy theory is possible in only one case. Which one? Well, an interesting theory has been published. They have suggested that one day XRP may surge that amount, which means that its market cap would make up $27 trillion, and this when all the mined gold on Earth is worth about $7.8 trillion. According to you today, such a huge surge is possible just in one case, if Ripple is chosen for all cross-border payments made by financial institutions. The daily value of all cross-border transactions around the world is $9.8 trillion, whilst $27 trillion is stored in cross-border transactional accounts. Now, one thing I don't understand is, even if this were to happen, Ripple were to take it all over, why would the value of XRP certainly be $27 trillion or that, or anything close, even $1 trillion? Why would it happen if Ripple takes over all cross-border payments within the world. Even if they take up literally 100% of the cross-border realm, it's still the fate that you put in XRP, not the Nostro Vostro system that it's kind of drifting away. A lot of money becomes free. A lot of people will put that into XRP to hold, yes, but most likely not this many trillions that we're talking about here, just because they took over the cross-border payment realm. I don't think so. I don't buy that, but hey. If you do, make sure you let me know in the comment section. Also, if you enjoyed talking about all these prices and price predictions, make sure you let me know in the comment section, and also put in the comment section which one you like the most. Don't forget to press the like button, because I try to put my 100% effort into making all these videos. If you enjoyed it, make sure you press the like button. Comment down below what you thought about it, and make sure you subscribe for more daily crypto content. Try to do a video every single day, but I'll see you guys again in another crypto video. Take care and have a very nice day.